Hello friend, how are you? Welcome to Tripan Study Center. Today we are going to do the chapter of social science and highlighting each and every point of it. Let's see what is our topic today. Feudalism. Feudalism is according here a political, military and social economical asphyxia that is the most important. You know that the ancestral state of Germanics is a people in the best managed to be or restore a political stability after the collapse of the Roman Empire. In fact, one this state is a managed to be create a sizable empire under the famous king Charles Emmanuel. Charles Emmanuel, which is a began to be collapsed after about a mid ninth century. There is a collapse is the after about a mid ninth century under to the impact of a fresh wave of invention. Invention there is important. The resulting of political choice lead to be an emergence of new kind of political order is called feudalism. There is a feudalism. What do you mean to feudalism here? The resulting of political choice lead to be emergence of new kind of political order is called feudalism. It was the hierarchicals are gradually organized of political sovereignty. Sovereignty is important. The hierarchical structure can be understood easy if you visualize as a ladder or a fight or step. At the top of the ladder stood there a king in the below him stood there a big lord known as the duke and the aedilus. Below this lord were a number of lesser lord known as the barons. Below this were is a knights as who is were to rebel their lowest category of lords. The Lord drives there is authorities from and when there is a loyalty to be the Lord just above them and known as the vessels of their Lord. And this pattern of relationship between to the Lord and vessel. That is between the bigger Lord and lesser. A Lord was the same for the top of the ladder to be a bottom. This lord were all their powerful in their respective local area. Thus the political power was widely dispersed, unlike in the Roman Empire, where it was concentrated mainly in the hand of the king. And this was the political aspect of feudalism. That is important. A unique feature of the new feudal political structure was the personal nature of their bond that linked a lord and his vessel. An elaborate ceremony would be organized to establish his bond. In this ceremony, the vessel would be take a vow to be served their lord all his life. Similarly, he also accepted their protection of the Lord. Protection was important since this were politically is an unstable time. In return to be a protection that is a vessel received, he was bound to be perform various service for this lord. And this mainly included a military service, of which mean that the vessels had to be provide a contains number of traps whenever is required by the Lord. In this turn, the Lord was accepted to make a grant usually in the form of land from to the substance of the weave is a fiefdom. From which the world feudalism is a drive. There is the world feudalism is a drive. The Lord used to the mobilize of armed a supporter in there is urban area who had a personal loyalty directly to him. With this is army strength, we would be provide to military support to the Lord whenever required. With this military power, the Lord also become a complete master of their urban area and could not be a challenge even by the state. That is important. In a period of political turmoils, just as the Lord shouted a protection, so did the peasant. This is a peasant had no land their own. Means the farmer had no land of their own, no implements, and could not be fought to be by seeds. For this well as for protection of free farmer now returned to be lord. And this dependent of farmer of medieval Europe. Tied to the soil and completely is subject to the authorities of the Lord, which is called supply a major provisions of the wealth and generated during this period was through their explanations. To us understand how this happened, let us see how to agriculture was organized during this period. There is the most important point here. The entire landed state over which is the federal lord had a control was now as the manor. The land surrounding their manor house was divided into three parts. Land for the use of the lord, the arabus land is granted in the parcel to be farmer and the meadow land used by the everyone as a grazing land for a livestock. The surface who is occupy this a parcel or holding were regarded a tenants of the lord of the manor. Began the tenant they had to give us some things to the lord as a rent, and this rent was paid by a farmer in form of labor's service to the lord. They also work on the land of the lord for contain a number of day in a week. Number of day in a week. The servant had to be put an extra labor during to the agricultural season when plunging, harvesting, threshing was required. Such unpaid labor service also include other heavier tasks such as a construction work and havings on cutting of the firewood. In the later phase of feudalism, and this is left or service were gradually substituted by this playable in a money. Here show the most important diagram here picture of federal manor. There is the most important here. Third field, posture, cell house, manor house, workshop, and water. Second field, first field, church, band. There is the most important settlement on this time. You know that there is a all the posture here settlement on federal manor on this time here. The surplus also had to pay some due or taxes in a kind which come from to the share of their own produce. These were often is reduced or arbitrarily whenever their lord is want to be more sources. The lord also extracted from the farmer in indirectly manner here. The manure was a self-sufficient economical unit, and this means that is almost all the articles of every day use were produced and consumed on it. For this there is where to various facility like a smith lies for a turning out the iron object, flour is a mill for a grinding wheat or corn or is oven from a baking bread, wine a press for the making of wine from a grapes and the various workshop of making product of everyday use. All of this were is owned by the Lord. The farmer, mean peasant, where is a force to be used, and this facility and their charge for this would be cost be a fixed by the Lord according to his own will.